Hello YouTube, omega1306, starting a new concept, something I've never done on my channel, deck profiles. Today we're going to be looking at vylons. Why vylons? Vylons are a very underrated deck and it's got pretty slow because it has to require all of these equip cards. The whole point of the deck is to power it up with equip cards, whether it be equipped monsters like Vylon Potentialoro or Vylon Tesseracts. But without further ado, let's go get straight into it. Now, I picked the first card of the deck to be Honest. Honest is important in every kind of light deck. Since mostly every card in a Vylon deck is light, I assumed Honest would be a good pick. Vylon Sigma. Vylon Sigma is not really a needed card, but he's an additional card for some certain situations. A certain situation could be, say you have a Vylon Sigma and a Vylon Omega out in the field. And the Vylon Sigma, I'm sorry, yes, Sigma if I'm correct was the name of it. Yep, Sigma, not Stigma. Vylon Stigma, you can use that to remove the body equip cards from Sigma to Omega. It's basically just moving equipped monsters and equipped spells if I'm correct. A Vylon equipped card. Fair enough, so we'll be referencing to the unions. So, since I run unions, it's important to have at least one Stigma. And very unlikely you'll be able to quickly get them out in the field. The biggest weakness with the deck is the fact that it has little summon capability and special summonings. So, the quickest way to get anything out would be to use Trident Warrior. Trident Warrior and Vylon Stellar make a really good combo for one simple reason. Because you can then use Trident Warrior with Vylon Stellar to make a quick level 7 Synchro. I would then choose Ancient Fairy Dragon, because then once you get Ancient Fairy Dragon out in the field, then you can activate the ability of Vylon Stellar to be an equipped card to a Vylon card. And if you already have Hept out in the field, you can then bring Hit back, and then have another Synchro out pretty quickly. What did I just do? Screw it. Anyways, I'll be back in 1 second to fix whatever the hell I just screwed up. Now we are back. Now with the Trident Warrior strategy, it's a quick way of getting a simple Synchro. So the best way to go is Vylon Delta. Vylon Delta can allow you to get additional equip spells to your hand. So it'll help you search through your deck. So if you're getting a shitty hand, it'll allow you to automatically shuffle your deck and add a card like an equip spell to your hand. It comes in handy. Because if you're not like me and not just adding only Vylon equipped materials, you could add different ones, but I like the Vylon ones because it allows you to add extra Vylon spells once they get destroyed. So that part is completely up to you. Vylon materials, you really want to have 3 of one equipped spell and then 2 of a different one. That'll give you a really good bonus. Like, I don't know what most people would run, but I know in these 2 slots, a lot of people would not have Vylon Component and Vylon Filament. What they would have instead would be Stand Unite, or whatever the hell that is, that gains 800 attack for every face-up monster on the field, and Magic Arts or Magic Power, whatever the one is, gains 500 attack in defense for each spell on the field. It can then give you a big bonus both ways. Because, if I'm correct, a Union monster, even when it's in the spell and trap card zone, is still treated as a monster. So either way, both of those spell cards can make a nasty power up, especially when you got that equipped directly to Violent Soldier. And also, saying in the ultimate situation when you have the Violent Potentialoro, Violent Soldier, and those 2 equipped spells I talked about, and then a piercing spell. Like, how do I put this? Spear of Rampart Blasting, for example? Putting all those 3 equipped spells on that, then he can change 3 attack position monsters into their defense mode, and then inflict Pierce. Saying that, assuming that the defense is weaker than the attack, it can provide a good advantage. Then you have an overpowered monster like this, straight off the bat. And you can also have a lot of, constellar abilities, because most of these are level 4s and level 3s. Some are level 2s, but the best way to go is level 4 and 3, like I have here. Now that I've gone off with Trident Warrior and all of what Vylon Soldier Spore, and what Vylon Hept is for, but just in case, point of Vylon Hept to send your equipped spells, like, for example, Vylon Stella, Vylon Pentatuloro, Vylon Tesseract. It allows them to special summon back to the field, but when they're removed from the field, they are banished. And if my voice is a little bit jittery and weird, it's because I'm freaking cold where I am right now. That's all. Without further ado, now we've done that, let's go straight into the next card. Shining Angel. Shining Angel is a great card in this deck for one reason. Nearly every card in this deck, apart from Stigma, Hept, and Soldier, is below 1500 attack, or 1500 attack in general. So it'll allow you to bring out your equipped cards, and also Violent Prism is a really good tuner card to bring out here and there. It'll allow you to quickly create lots of different cards. Like, I have a Stardust Dragon and a Stardust Radiance Dragon. These different Stardust Dragons can give you lots of good abilities, but the only reason I have Stardust Radiance Dragons is because it's light type. The whole archetype of this is light, so it makes things a bit complicated. And that's why I also have Avenging Knight Parshath. I don't have any equipped cards that can actually go onto this card in the deck, but it gives you good ability on things like, depending if you need to pierce. Stardust Radiance Dragon allows you just to make one card immortal for each turn. So if this is like the only card on your field, you could practically put it in defense mode and it's an eternal freaking wall. Seriously, that is pretty boss. Once you get this thing out, there's not much that the opponent can do unless they have a counter trap that has a faster spell speed than this effect. So that means, let's see, it'll have to be such as Offerings to the Doomed, or any equipped spell with the spell speed 2 or higher. Or they could just Divine Wrath it, and then this whole card's ability is negated and destroyed because its spell speed is a bit faster. So since this is a spell speed 1 ability, even though it can be activated in both turns, it's not a quick effect. So picking a good time for when to activate it is very crucial. Also, having additional background cards can make it also very protected. So if you wanted to have this card and equipped it with something like, I don't know, Silver Bow and Arrow, and you wanted to and you had like 2 Dark Bribes to stop them from destroying this card, and things like that, or something else that would stop spells and traps, like, I don't know, Royal Decree for whatever reason, because so they can't cancel its summon or its ability, shit like that. Once you have that kind of cards out in the field, you're pretty well safe. That's why I have that card there. And these were basically just to support Omega. The whole deck is based around Omega. Every Violent deck, Omega. That's the point of this. Because when it's special summoned, all monsters on the field that were normal summoned get destroyed. And you can then select one Violent monster in your graveyard. And use as an equipped card. And then once you're done with that, it's basically, how do I put this? Effect Veiler on steroids. You can block out any ability just by removing one of the equipped cards, whether it's an equipped spell or an equipped monster, depending on which one you choose to do. And then when it's sent to the graveyard, then you can additionally activate the effect of Violent Material or any of the Violent cards. So this whole thing is just to support Omega's ability. And after going through what Prism can do, Prism's also an equipped monster, but it has an additional ability. The equipped monster gains 1000 attack, but only during the damage step. So, I'm not sure if that's damage step in the player's turn or both turns, because it doesn't specify. So, if there's any ruling on that, let me know in the comment section, so yeah, everyone else will know about this. Now, we got with that, Violent Cube. Really quick way of getting out more equipped cards. For example, if you're like me and really were an equipped card hog and really needed to boost up your power just right off the bat, you want to have Trident Warrior, Violent Cube, summon on your first turn, then you want to get Violent Delta in defense mode, and by the time you've actually used the effect of Violent Cube, you have an equipped spell, and at the end of that turn, you'll have another equipped spell. And by boosting it up by that, you've made yourself an overpowered freaking war on your first turn. No one can probably beat that unless they have a Dark Hole straight up on their first turn as well, or something even more annoying, whether it be Tribute to the Doom, Offerings to the Doom, things like that, yeah. And then you have the final card, Vylon Stellar. The ability is that these things, when they're sent to the graveyard, you can then pay 500 life points to target a face-up monster you control and equip it to the target. That's the best part about the non-union monsters, such as Prism and Stellar. They'll get a boost. And that's what really makes the whole deck pretty well. You don't, when it's sent from the monster card, you don't have to activate it in that turn. As long as it's been sent to the monster, as long as you can prove it's been sent to the from monster to grave, you're practically in the clear to use this at any turn. So say you set Violent Prism face down, and you have Violent Hept on your next turn. Okay, I'm gonna summon Violent Hept, activate the ability of Prism. Now Violent Hept has, well, an extra 1000 attack in the damage step, or Violent Soldier if you wanted. So practically then you can switch things out and get some more power. And then later on, then you can build that up with Pentachaloro, and it will destroy an extra card, so you can really, really fuck people up with it that way. And now to get into the main staples of every spells for myself, I always run Source Revealing Light, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and then I have Mystical Space Typhoon. They're my main staples. There's 3 additional cards in this deck that I had to run. Like I said, Double Summon's very important in this deck because it's a very slow starter. And if you're going against a fast speed deck, if you can't bring out a Tough Wall and they don't get the right cards, well then that's the only way you're going to win. Because it seems like everyone's getting the cards in the hands they need by some kind of hack for this game, and they're enjoying getting the best things that they need. I mean, hell, if you're playing this in real life, you probably wouldn't get the best hands all the time, and you probably wouldn't get Dark Hole straight off the bat too. But that's why you want to overhaul these kind of decks with spells, probably about 3 more than normal. And because when you do that, you have a good chance of getting what you need. Because, well, when I first tested this deck, I got 2 freaking cards. One of them, if I am correct, was Pentachaloro. Second one was Vylon Stellar. Oh, sorry, it wasn't Stellar, it was Cube and Pentachaloro. And you know how I managed to win? Because I had in a specific different hand. I had Heavy Storm, Mystical Space Typhoon, Double Summon, and what else did I have? Oh yeah, Swords of Revealing Light. So it was Swords of Revealing Light, Dark Hole, Mystical Space Typhoon, Double Summon, Violent Potential and Violent Cube. And in that hand, I managed to go, okay, Swords of Revealing Light, Double Summon, summoned out Potential and Violent Cube. Then I ended up creating this little thing, Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's a really good card because it'll be a faster way of reborning your monsters, without having to use Tesseract's ability and having to destroy a monster. The only problem is that you can't conduct battle phase, but it's pretty good in a standstill situation where you're building up to get something even more annoying, such as Constellar Omega, making all the effects rendered useless. And then if you want to be an asshole, after using that ability, then you can go into Polymeister 7, and you just can't use his ability that turn, but you can still attack with it. So it makes it quite a beast card. This deck is pretty beast considering if you control it with the Polemeisters and the Constellars. So the point of this deck is really just to overpower them quickly. Build up a good wall if you can, as fast as you can, or try to deceive them. If you don't do that and manage to get out something pretty powerful that they can't beat, so the only way of winning is being faster than every other opponent and picking the first turn. Because if you don't pick the first turn with this deck, you're fucked. So, yeah. Key point of this deck is first turn. And, oh, I got a call from my mate. I don't think I need him in the video. So I'm going to pause this and get back to it. Now returning from what we were doing before, the origins behind Vylons and Constellar cards. Constellar cards were deities of the stars, and the Vylon cards were the machines to guard over the evil swarms that the Constellars sealed. Constellars sealed the evil swarm, and the Vylons were the machine to watch over the seals to make sure they didn't break, and if anything got loose, they would have killed them. Generally speaking, that was how the whole situation behind them worked. Now to go better into the synchros. For example, Ellipsium. I've never managed to get out Ellipsium so far. Equip cards equipped to this cannot be targeted by cards effects. Once per turn, you can send one equipped cell equipped to this card to... Okay, equip this card to the graveyard to target one monster your opponent casts and destroy it. Okay, so if you're like me and have other ways of recycling cards and bringing them back to the field, this is probably the best way of doing it, because setting it out like, you know, Vylon Prism can be brought back at any time if it's been sent to the body monster zone and then to the grave. So if you reborn it, then use Destruct Potion on it, then you can equip it to this, and then use its ability, so you've just gained freaking 1500 life points or whatever, and then you've basically got to, then you pay 500 life points to probably bring it back, and equip it to this and blow up a card. It's a really good set of combos. And now we've got from that. Why did I mention Vylon Sigma earlier? Vylon Sigma, if he attacks a monster, he'll get to add another equip spell. So it's very important to actually use him pretty well if he's like the battle mode version. If you got some Vylon materials or some other bloody equip spells that you had that would give him some neat power up boosts, yeah, this would be the best point to do it. I mainly did this with the piercing abilities, but I might change the equipped spells later on. This whole deck is very optimizable, but this is just my main structure of it. Anyone can have any better alterations, please send me a link in the description. Not description, the comment section below. I'm interested in seeing how you built it and seeing how effective it is. And please, I don't want to have trollers that'll say, oh yeah, this is 100% guaranteed, blah 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 blah, and they're just using hand hack shit made by Cheat Engine. Yeah, some people have done cheating for this game and it's really crap. I know the deck shuffle in this game is so shit, it's not worth it, but yeah. And I've already gone through what Omega and most of them do. And now that we've seen exactly what they're capable of, why not we go and test it in battle? Oh yeah, you can probably guess what we have, the Dimensional Prisons. This is mainly just for stalling delay, and this is for additional summoning. So we'll see if we get lucky like what we did last time. Okay, I'm just going to put testing on YouTube. Take off watching, and that should get probably tons of people joining, because they're going to be on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to pause the video until we get someone. And we have someone. Now let's get back to the game. Machine King. And here we go. We actually have bloody a not too bad hand. We've got Dark World Dealings. So this will give us a good card for our draw power. It's not really a draw power card. You could have Shard of Greed for this, but I didn't really like to have to wait for the turn, so I had that. So what we're going to set out... Holy crap, Thoton Thrasher. She's using a Thoton deck. Like I said, this is a big flaw with the deck. The speed of other cards. Oh crap, now she's already got some serious power packing already. Damn, and now she's got Guardian of Order. Now she's got 3 cards on the field. Is this an Egyptian god deck, for crying out loud? Oh wait, she just used the normal summon, so it couldn't have been. Now this is mind-boggling. Look at what she's done already. Oh man, there's not a single card I want to ditch. Well, maybe Vylon Material, because I can get that back later on with Vylon, what's his name? Dark World Dealings. Each player draws 1, then discards 1. Well, nice done, you piece of crap. Well, we got nothing much that we can do because we don't have enough monsters, so... I was hoping to get a level 3 to send to the grave and then draw another level 3 and then double summon and get Omega. Okay, we're screwed. See, this is what happens with speed decks with dramatic power. All it has to do is summon another Photon Crusher and I'm dead this turn. Okay, so that's 4,000... Okay, 6,600. Okay, I didn't read that. Oh yeah, that's right. Thrasher can attack if there's only one on the field, so I get to gain 2100. My mistake. Lol. She's acting like I'm a doofus. Oh well, I guess you kind of would be expecting it. I mean, there's tons of noobs on this game. This website's full of noobs, so I can't blame her for thinking I'm one. But, so that's 2100. Yeah, 4005. Okay, if I don't get a dark hole, instead I get a freaking Trident Warrior. What the shit? Worst hand yet. If you can't get a synchro or something that's gonna bloody blast them off their freaking heads and destroy them pretty quickly, you ain't got much chance. So Trident Warrior is useless at this point. I can't do much other than somebody get out Polymeister 6 and then possibly hope to do some damage. And then use a Reborn card to bring back Hept. That's all we can do for an extra attack, but then that doesn't make much difference. Okay, we'll double summon and not bother with the Monster Reborn. Hept, Trident Warrior, Exceed, summon. I know they expect Utopia, because Utopia is a light type. You could run that with this deck, but Constellars are a better combination. EFF, overlay attack mode. Now, okay, you can use a constant monster, but effect cannot be once per turn. Crap. Okay, so wait a minute. On this turn, if you do, effect cannot be activated. But I can't use his ability this turn, so I'm in a really big bind here. All I can manage to do is destroy the Guardian of Order. The Guardian of Order is a special summon card, so probably better off to take out Thrasher. Thrasher, I can do at least 600 damage. It'll destroy it. Alright, now I gotta go to end phase, and this duel is not gonna last long. I'm going to lose. I'm one card away from death. And when I mean one card, I mean if she draws an equip card that powers up her monster, I'm screwed. B, she draws a card that destroys my card, I'm screwed. So, fingers crossed she has a bad hand and from this point onward, because she got some pretty sick monsters. I mean, for the first turn, if you have Photon Thrasher in your hand and it's like you got no monsters on the field, man, yeah, she could run a serious OTK Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon with the setup she's got with this. I mean, look at that. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon doesn't require any normal summon. It requires basically tributing by 2,000 monsters to special summon it. And the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon deck is really overpowered, and the fact that she's made it even more stronger with the Guardians of Order, damn, she's smart. What is this? Type 1 Photon Galaxy monster in your grave, special summon, effects on attack, and equipped with this card. It cannot attack or activate its effects. If this, it would be destroyed during the battle phase. Destroy this card instead. When this leaves the field, the equipped card's also attack becomes 0. You can only activate one Galaxy 0 per turn. Right. That's a good card. I could activate Dark Hole, but then I won't get the effect. So that means whatever card it brought back, okay, in face-up attack mode. So if I destroy that card, then she'll take 2100 damage. This gives me an interesting climax trick. I could then bait her. The question is, will my bait pay off? Because then I can destroy that card there, and then I can reduce it to 0. Yeah, let's pay the gamble. Monster Reborn. Okay, wait a minute. I can't activate no monster. Can't activate that. Shit. Set back the hand. Can't reactivate that. Because neither graveyard had any monsters, because I still haven't activated the ability. Okay, Polymeister 7. We're gonna send out our strongest card. Well, we can only send the bottom one. So we send that to the grave. Destroy Galaxy 0. Oh, does it return the hand? I thought I destroyed it. It cannot be activated once per turn. Okay. Yeah. That's right. I could wipe out all your cards right now and then reborn bloody an 1800 card. Wait. Wait, pardon. Oh, fair enough. Well then, let's send back Photon Thrasher then. Okay, Photon Thrasher's back in your hand. Now he's a useless piece of shit. Now we're going to activate Monster Reborn and bring back Trident Warrior. Trident Warrior is practically useless because I have no monsters. She thought I would have had something for a synchro and I could have made a comeback. But my comeback's a little different. Okay, Polymede, destroy the Guardian of Order. Do 200 damage. This does set up a big trap, but because now she can special summon Photon Thrasher and then other than the next turn, someone else can even more powerful, and then just bombard that, but then that's destroyed there, so depending, will she go on the offensive or go on the defensive? Excuse me? Now, I don't know how long this video has been going for, and I don't care, and I will check the file size soon enough. This has probably been the first time I've done a bloody deck profile. Holy shit, what is that? Okay, if you control a monster, special summon one Photon and Galaxy monster from your deck. You can only activate one Excel Light once per turn during... Okay, you cannot normal summon and set during the turn you activate this card. You fool! You should have been out... Oh my god. You're a doofus. You realize that, right? You cannot normal summon this turn. You could have special summoned Thrasher and then could have gone for a level 4 XC's monster. And then you could have basically set up a wall that I could have done nothing. Oh, okay. She's using that. She's tributing it for that. Okay, special summon. Okay. Cannot do that. Oh, what the... What is she planning with this? Okay. Once per turn, you can increase this card's level by 4. Okay, she set up a wall. That's her version of her wall. Alright, that's cool. Because now... we can now summon another Polymede. Yeah. Just wait and see. We're about to do the same thing we did before. We're about to exceed, and we're going to make a different XCs to think that we're not done on the same line. EFF. Polymede. Polymede again. 2 Polymedes out in the field. Now, this is probably not a smart plan. Now, since Wizard's there, Wizard can, once per turn, you can increase this card's level by 4 until the end phase. You contribute this card to add one Galaxy card from your deck to hand. So sending it to the hand would be a stupid plan. So it'd be best off going on the offense. Well, let's kill it. Let's kill the Galaxy Wizard. The Great Galaxy Wizard's dead. But this means she can still summon Galaxy Photonized Dragon. I don't think I can activate this effect on both turns. If I cannot, I am screwed. Now, the token has been removed. So, we've taken out 2 cards. Oh, shit. I don't know what that is, but I am a little bit creeped out by it. I'm gonna normal summon Vylon Prison to help me take out this army of crap. Okay, Polymede, return that to the hand, because I don't know what it is. If you return a token to the hand, it just disappears. I love that ruling on tokens. Yes! Boom! Remove your token! I'm pretty sure that's how the rules of token play. Anyway, let's go and attack another token. Now that attacks another token. Oh, she figured it out pretty quick. Wow, I guess my comeback isn't making it so bad. I'm basically hoping she destroys the vylon prism, because then I can equip it to that and I'll gain an additional 1000 power. Well, I've been playing Vanguard for a while, so I'm used to saying power instead. Alright, I'm expecting some serious shit to go down. Grave. Take 600, no big deal. Because then I can pay 500 my next turn to give a big boost. And if I can summon another vylon card, preferably Soldier if I'm lucky. Or Het. Nah. Got no... Let's see. Can I activate any monster? Okay. Target one face monster. EF of PRISIM. Prism. Of Prism ability. So now we'll bring Prism. Special summon attack. Oh, sorry. Spell and trap zone. 500 life if I haven't already paid it. Equip to the polymizer with no XYZ UNITS. Equipped to polymizer with no XYZ units. Now that I have nothing really to worry about, poly ability, send this card to the grave, return that to the hand. Hey, wait, what the? Why didn't you return it to hand explain? Attack directly, polymer stamp 7. Good game, you were awesome. She had me on the right, so I barely recovered. And now, that has been my... Now to recall the deck list of my Violent 2013 deck profile of Vylons. 1 Honest, 1 Stigma, 2 Vylon Hets, 2 Vylon Soldiers, 2 Trident Warriors, 2 Shining Angels, 2 Vylon Pentaculares, 2 Vylon Tesseracts, 2 Vylon Prisms, 2 Vylon Cubes, 2 Vylon Stellars, 3 Vylon Materials, 1 Vylon Component, 1 Vylon Filament, 1 Swords Revealing Light, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Vylon Matter, 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 Dark World Dealings, 1 Double Summon, 1 Mirror Force, 2 Dark Bribes, 2 Dimensional Prisms, 1 Magic Cylinder, 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Call of the Haunted, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and 1 Ultimate Offering. This has been omega1306 with vylon 2013 deck profile. Whatever ban list this is, I don't know, I don't care. The latest one. If you know what that one is, then tell me and I'll retitle the video when I upload this to YouTube. Anyways, omega1306 signing off.